why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it?
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Race play, Shannon Sharpe. Race play? I didn't even want to talk about this. But the more videos I scroll past talking about Shannon Sharpe and this relationship that he had with this 19-year-old, and it's not just her with the race fetish. He obviously was turned on by these conversations as well, and he only released what she was saying.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Dollars lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe has taken a crazy turn, and now Katt Williams is re-entering the fray, claiming that he told Shannon that this particular disaster would coming, but Shannon wasn't interested in hearing it back. Last year, when Katt pulled up to Club Shay Shay, he informed Shannon directly on camera that being a black man in the business without self-control or discipline, particularly when it comes to the game of bedroom behavior, is risky. NTRVAU from 1:35 to 2 on. Katt informed Shannon that things will arrive and didn't mince words. Turn around and destroy everything. Interview from 2:08 to 2:26. However, Shannon dismissed it. Fast forward to the present, and Shannon finds himself embroiled in a complex legal situation. Followers are accusing him of doing some unsettling things while she was only 19 and he was 54. To make matters worse, Shannon acknowledged engaging in race play with her, which caused followers to immediately side-eye him, asking, "Bro, what were you doing?" One minute he's ascending the media ladder, and the next he's being pulled down by his own warped choices. Others online are saying he completely ruined himself. What are you thinking? Are claiming that he wasted generations' worth of money in order to pursue some outrageous bedroom drama. But this is where things get very shady. The complaint was filed just as she was allegedly set to sign a $100 million media contract.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee, I kind of getting on here.
Right.
Like the timing is really too weird to ignore. And just a few months ago, there were rumors that Shannon and Katt were preparing a follow-up to their previous Shay Shay interview. Now people are asking if Katt was attempting to expose or save Shay Shay. Interview from 4:14 to 3:55. People are already making connections and wondering if Shannon is the target of this lawsuit. Is Sharpe's quiet a punishment for allowing someone like Katt Williams a voice on such a large stage, or is it just a coincidence? Let's go back in time to what Katt said regarding Shannon's demise. And did he truly warn him that the gatekeepers would demolish him with his own filth? He advised Shannon to get his act together, clean up his image, pay attention to those around him, and stop when Katt undoubtedly tried to put him on the game months ago, delivering the loaded weapons to the power players to use against him later. But Shannon dismissed it as if it were unimportant. Now, Katt's warning appears to be accurate. This lawsuit has exposed a mess that Shannon cannot ignore, and what's even worse. Even stranger is the fact that if the higher-ups are targeting him, he essentially made it simple for them. They didn't need to investigate. He provided them with all the information himself. Just look at those strange texts that Shannon voluntarily made public in which his accuser discusses. Why would you even put it out there? demeaning him through race play. We're talking about a 54-year-old man who is deeply entangled in a relationship with a 19-year-old white fan model. And now it's blowing up in his face.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
Oh, because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge.
Aren't overlooking it either. They're calling it what it is: perversion, recklessness, and a complete lack of self-control. And guess what? When you quit playing, the elite love to delve into that kind of stuff. If you missed any of that, you're caught up now. On Sunday, April 20, the news broke like wildfire. Someone going by the name of Jane Doe just filed a serious lawsuit against Shannon. According to their regulations, they don't even have to cancel you. You'll have to do it yourself. In Nevada, Sharpe has accused him of repeatedly berating her throughout what she describes as a twisted and dark relationship that began in 2023 when they met at a gym in Los Angeles. I'm TRVIU from 6:21 to 6:50. And guess who's supporting Jane Doe? Tony Busby, a prominent Houston attorney, the same man who's been making news lately for bringing legal action on behalf of Diddy's purported victims, and even attempting to sue Jay-Z now. He's targeting Shannon as well, according to Jane Doe. Their relationship began well, but it quickly became a deteriorate. She claims that Shannon, who was 54 at the time, met her eyes when she was only 19 and relentlessly pursued her until she gave in and consented to see him. However, she claims that once they began a casual relationship, Shannon changed the course of events and began treating her as though she were merely an object. Jane Doe accuses him of some very sinister things, claiming that he would say eerie things like wanting to do things to her that would make no other.
We didn't make it about race. Shannon Sharpe did when he started going to find 19-year-old girls and training them how to degrade him racially in the bedroom. When he continued a relationship with somebody that was talking about text messages that he released. So I know it's some more nasty, weirdo stuff in there beyond that. That's what he felt safe to show us.
It's shocking to think that a person would behave in such a way. And the lawsuit claims that Shannon entered Jane Doe's apartment building without her consent or awareness. Things escalated quickly, and Jane Doe claims that during one intense encounter, Shannon completely lost control. She says she tried to secretly use her iPhone to inform her friends of her location, but Shannon noticed her actions. As a result, the situation became much more tense. Things moved fast, and the details continued to get more troubling. Shannon claims that when he realized Jane Doe was trying to discreetly share her location, the situation turned very dangerous. He allegedly threatened her, saying, "If you ever do that again." After this, Jane Doe says she tried to distance herself from Shannon, especially after the incident during an Instagram live event last September. "Just relax," she recalls him saying. The event where Shannon unintentionally went live during an affair with Michelle went viral and caused Jane Doe to reconsider her relationship with him. However, Shannon did not make it easy for her to walk away, she claims. He allegedly continued to pursue her. On October 6, 2024, Jane Doe says Shannon forced her to engage in an inappropriate act while holding her down, and the distress didn't stop there. In her lawsuit, Jane Doe paints a concerning picture of Shannon, claiming that he's not just a retired sports figure, but that his behavior went far beyond what anyone could imagine. She claims that he manipulated, controlled, and harmed women for years. Through this lawsuit, she says she's trying to end it once and for all, and is requesting a jury trial. Once the case went public, Shannon quickly responded through his lawyer, Lanny Davis, posting a statement online to push back against the claims. It turns out that Jane Doe's real identity is Gabriella Zinga, who is known in the online world. particularly on platforms like OnlyFans and Instagram under the handle Carly. The story only continues to evolve, and it's getting more complicated by the day. In his official statement, Shannon tried to shift the narrative by introducing some explicit text messages he claims were from Gabriella, though he denied all the accusations. However, these texts ended up making things worse for him. Fans were already critical of Shannon for being 54 and involved with a much younger woman, but they were also disturbed by the racial nature of some of the conversations. Shannon's attorney responded strongly, calling Gabriella's actions a cynical attempt to extort millions from Shannon. They argued that the claims were filled with falsehoods and distortions, suggesting they would not hold up in court. Shannon's legal team also hinted that Tony Busby might attempt to release a secretly recorded conversation between Shannon and Gabriella. Despite attempts to portray the situation as one of mutual consent, Shannon's team claimed they were prepared for whatever came next, insisting that all their interactions were consensual and involved role-playing fantasies. According to Shannon's lawyer, Mr. Sharpe adamantly denies any accusations of force or misconduct and vowed not to give in to extortion attempts. Jane Doe also spoke out, addressing the leaked audio clip, which she says Gabriella altered to make it seem worse than it really was.
Katt Williams said he left career-ending knockout blows out of his Club Shay Shay interview.
If you think about everything he said that were going to happen, it came true. And the fact that he's saying, I held back a little bit, he probably has stuff on people and he just used jabs instead of throwing that haymaker.
There's a possibility that you might hear the haymakers very, very soon.
The entire situation is exploding. Larger by the hour, and Shannon was fighting to maintain control of the story. However, Shannon wasn't going to remain silent, so he posted a video online in which he bluntly referred to the entire litigation as a shakedown. He even directly attacked attorney Tony Busby, claiming that he had a history of targeting black males and citing Busby's unsuccessful lawsuit against Jay-Z as evidence. Shannon said bluntly that Busby's just attempting to fabricate the narrative in order to harm.
What lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer's over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer.
And Shannon stated that he intended to retaliate by bringing a defamation suit against Gabriella Zinga and Busby. But just when it appeared that Shannon would take charge of the matter, things became heated. However, Shannon's own attorney had to own up to the fact that earlier this year, Shannon had offered Zinga at least $10 million to resolve the dispute amicably and remove the charges. This has everyone scratching their heads. Why would he give her that much money to be silent if Shannon is claiming Zinga is lying and fabricating this? If you're innocent, why not just file the defamation suit right away, rather than spending millions to bury? Tony Busby was obviously not going to pass up the opportunity to retaliate, and he posted on Instagram that Shannon's own actions proved he's scared because Zinga's got real dirt on him. Busby wrote, Mr. Sharpe and his attorneys argue that Jane Doe's
Just in, the Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Doe's allegedly victimized by the music mogul has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January.
Complaint is without merit, but they have since revealed that Mr. Sharpe gave Jane Doe a written offer of $10 million to drop her lawsuit, which is a real statement. He even went so far as to affirm that Jane Doe was offered the bag, but turned it down. Now that the streets are buzzing even louder, and it appears like this whole situation is going to get even more ugly, he decided to take that Jane Doe chose to proceed with the lawsuit after receiving a $10 million offer. And now Shannon's team is frantically attempting to discredit and even dox her. Like clockwork, Shannon's team is
mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
also making fun of Tony Busby. Busby remarked bluntly, "We are not going to be deterred by these tactics, despite everyone's expectations." But just when you thought there was nothing more bizarre about this carnival. According to accounts, Katt Williams often attempted to caution Shannon about his careless behavior and lack of self-control. In other words, Katt told Shannon bluntly that his outrageous decisions would be exactly what the higher-ups could use to ruin him. And now it appears that Katt was dead. Over the years, Shannon's name has been circulating in a variety of messy rumors, ranging from claims that he leaked his own tape to whispers that he was on the DL. Just to put an end to the gay rumors, and it appears that Shannon set himself up for failure after giving a platform to truth-tellers like Monique and Katt Williams, both of whom have spoken out against the gatekeepers in the business. Shannon wasn't attempting to hear Katt's repeated warnings to straighten up his act or face the consequences. But now that he's involved with a 19-year-old OnlyFans model, everything is falling apart. It didn't take long for the higher-ups to use Shannon's own behavior against him after those bizarre race play discoveries, which is precisely why many fans aren't feeling sorry for him. They claim Shannon had every opportunity to escape this disaster if he had just followed Katt's advice and avoided the crazy Hollywood environment. In contrast to Katt, who puts his life under lockdown, remains in his lane, and avoids shady parties, Shannon was out here in a wild, and at nearly 60 years old, it appears that he is paying the price, and the consequences is becoming worse. According to people with knowledge of the matter, Shannon's $100 million media agreement was only days away from being signed.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z.
Sponsors are discreetly withdrawing. Networks that were formerly eager to collaborate with him are now attempting to move away as quickly as possible. And rumors are circulating that some of Shannon's fans are seeing the change, and those who used to prop him up and advocate for him are now mute. And his so-called industry buddies are beginning to ghost him. It appears that Shannon's name is becoming a household name in Hollywood. In the meantime, Gabriella Zinga is becoming quite popular on the internet. She keeps posting mysterious messages, hinting that she has more receipts that she hasn't yet published, leading some
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation.
People to fear that she is about to reveal even more said dirt regarding. Shannon's camp is currently in full panic mode behind the scenes if he continues to fight her in court. It's like a ticking time bomb. One mistake made us. No one compelled Shannon to be out here playing with race play or fooling with a 19-year-old at his advanced age, even if the
And now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million, What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
Industry did try to shut him down, and he still gave them the ammunition to do so. As one admirer put it so eloquently, destroy what little reputation Shannon still has. It's crazy since all of this could have been prevented if he had simply made wiser decisions rather than risking everything. Now that it appears he lost badly, people are making it very apparent that even if he is being messed with by Shannon Sharpe, a sideways man who is a Dan weirdo at 54 and into race play. In the end, it's legal, but it's also horrible, and the backlash is mounting quickly. And it's not just random internet users saying it. A black man was playing racial games with a 19-year-old white female. I'm not backing Shannon Sharpe at all. Major voices are criticizing Shannon, while another person went even farther, pointing out that Katt Williams had been warning about Shannon's demise all along. Time and time again. Shannon Sharpe keeps demonstrating. According to Katt Williams, you have a comment about strange loyalty to losers. Shannon had all she needed to succeed, but continued to make poor decisions, and now he is seeing things blow up in his face. However, what? Do you believe that Shannon is behind all of this? Sharpe is being severely disciplined by the superiors for granting individuals a microphone. Similar to Katt Williams, or did he make a mistake? Own bag by living carelessly and wild and uncontrollable. Drop your reads the comments and make sure not to miss. What will happen next, as this tale is only becoming more insane?